boy, what em say people, what em say? This is your girl Aleisha Lee and welcome back to another episode of Motivational Lee. Yes, this week's episode is all about making decisions. 3 tips on how to make a choice. But before we get into that, you need to make the decision and make the right choice to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share with your friends, let the people them know what we've got going on this channel. There's plenty goodness going on, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and without further ado, let's get into this. This is all about making decisions. Every single day you have to make a decision. Every single day. This could be from something as small as, oh, what am I going to wear today? Or what am I going to have for brekkie? To life-changing decisions such as, is this the job that I want to do? Is this the career that I want to go down? Is this the right path for my life? Do I want to take that trip to that country? So many big decisions. And it's all about your choices. It's all about what you want for yourself and what you think is best for you. Only you can really know what is best for yourself. Sometimes it's so easy to let ourselves be persuaded by external factors outside of ourselves in regards to the decisions that we make in life. Because sometimes it's so easy to live your life for other people, and you end up getting into a cycle of where you're doing things for others and you begin to lose your own identity because you're so involved with the progression of other people and what they're doing, and you forget about your own goals and what you're trying to achieve. And the thing is, it's really important to make sure there's a balance. So it's great for you to help other people, and it's good, you should be doing that, but at the same time you have to make sure that you're also helping yourself so that there's a level of balance being maintained and you're doing your best for yourself and for others. Because if you're not replenishing yourself, how do you expect to help others? You're not going to be able to give others your best. So it's really important that you're also filling up your own cup as well as being able to fill up others, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Remember, I told you. So let's get into these 3 tips. The first is think about your options. I came across this video about 3 years ago in regards to how to make hard choices. It was a TED talk by Ruth Chang, and she really gave a different kind of perspective in regards to looking at decisions and what makes them difficult, what makes them hard. Decisions are down to you. They're down to what you want. And what she mentioned is that basically some decisions, they're not either good or bad, and it's dependent on your individual needs for you in regards to what choice you should make. So she used an example in regards to a job where you earn more money and it's a corporate job, as opposed to having a creative job which doesn't earn as much money but it fulfills you more. Which is the choice? Neither of them are bad, because either way it's a win-win situation when you look at it, and when you look at the pros and cons of everything, there are pros and cons to both. But ultimately the decision is based upon what you value as important, what you think is more valuable to you, and that is how you make the decision. Because somebody could look at both of those jobs but be more money orientated or be more corporate focused, hence why they would put aside their piano hobby and focus more on doing that, whereas someone else would prefer to go down the piano route and focus more on that, even if that meant having less money, because they value that more. And that's what we need to think about. What is more important to you? What do you value? What is it in your life that you want to achieve that if you didn't achieve, you would just be devastated? You would be just heartbroken if you didn't do it. And if it's something where you believe that you need to do it, you will not be happy, then that's something that you should consider pursuing, So it's about tip number 1, thinking about your options and looking at all of your options, which is another thing that Ruth mentions. I'm going to leave the link to that TED Talk in the description box below. I definitely recommend you check it out. And she just gives you things to think about in regards to making choices, and it needs to be down to what you value, what is important to you. What do you want from your life? Who do you want to be known as? And those things will help you make decisions, because you have a sense of who you are. You know what your values are. You have the identity, and it's easier for you to make decisions based upon your core values. So think about that. And she also details the way to get that is by doing the inner work and thinking about what it is that truly makes you happy. So tip 1 is think about all of your options. You have to think about the good, the bad, all of them, and weigh them up, because sometimes you make a decision and at the time you think it is a good one. It might lead to not being so good, but at the end of it, you do end up learning a lesson from it. So either way, it's still a win. You need to think about all possibilities, all options, and don't just think that it's either going to be this way or that way. There must be a way for you to look at other options and think outside of the box as well. So think about all possibilities and don't rush into making decisions as well, depending on how big it is. If you need time to think about it, give yourself time, but if it needs to be done within a time frame as well, you need to bear that in mind. And sometimes added that bit of pressure gets you to the decision that you would have made anyway. So think about all of your options. Tip number 1. Tip number 2, base your decision on what is best for you. So I kind of did blend into that in tip number 1. You do need to think about what is best for you. It's all good and well having advice and opinions from people, and I recommend that as well. It's good to get advice from others, but you have to make sure that the people you're getting the advice from are the right people that will understand your situation as well, are people that will give you a different perspective on things for you to think about, pros and cons to think about, and will understand and appreciate your vision and what it is that you're trying to do, and try and give you ideas that will facilitate that. So you need to think about your decision and what is best for you, but it's fine to get that advice from other people, but you have to make sure that you also do the inner work, because some of the advice actually that you hear from people might go against what you believe is right for yourself. And at the end of the day, you have to be the one to make the decision. You cannot blame anyone else for decisions that you decide to make. Obviously, they can give you their advice and their opinion, but ultimately it is up to you to decide whether you take that advice or not. So always think about what is best for you, what you need to do in order to get the best out of the situation, to get to the solution quicker. So step 2 is base your decision on what is best for you. Remember, it is fine to take that advice from friends, from family, and from mentors, but ultimately it is going to be your decision. Yep, so do what's best for you, honey. And number 3, do it. Once you've made that decision, do it. That is how to make the decision as well, by doing it, by going forth and actually doing it. Sometimes the thing that you're actually scared of doing is the thing that you should be doing, and the thing that you've been umming and ahhing about for a while is actually that thing that you need to do and go for and see it through. Even if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. You were meant to go through it to learn the lessons, to find out what you needed to do and to do better next time. That's all it is. You're going to win either way. If you don't get the outcome that you wanted, you're still going to learn lessons that will help you in the future get to the outcome that you want much sooner. So either way, you're going to win. And if you go in having that perspective in regards to the decisions that you make, you will feel much better. And even when things might not go the way that you wanted it to, you would still be able to have this perspective of where you still were meant to go through it. And even though it didn't work out, it did work out because you've learned so many valuable lessons from it, and you're able to use those in your life and put yourself in much more positive, better situation. So either way, it's a win. Yes, people. So one, think about all of your options. Don't just look at it as, oh, I can only do that, I can only do that. Just think about all of your options. Number two, base your decision on what is best for you. So although you've got all of these options, you can start breaking them down based on what is most important to you. What things are important to you? What do you need? What things do you need to have in place in order for you to make this decision? What do you need from it? Base it on you. And number three, do it. Once you've done those two, go for it, do it, and no matter what happens, you're going to be fine. Do not worry. So yes, people, that is it for this week. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you leave your comments down below. Let me know how you make decisions. What do you think about? Are you that type of person that's very analytical, that looks at every aspect? Or are you a type of person that just goes with your gut feeling, goes with the flow? What do you do? Leave your comments down below and let us know. You never know who you might be helping. I hope you have a great week. Stay blessed. Enjoy. It is October tomorrow, the beginning of a new month. So we're going to be doing new moves and enjoying this life. Yes, people, make sure you have a great week. And see you in the next one. Bye.
Is that foot? Is that foot? Is that foot? Is that foot?